That's never enough.
Never enough.
That's
Yeah,
fine,
sure.
Simon, that's fine.
And
Can we get a couple group shots every
Thank you. Well, let's get the two.
oh, it's not.
I mean, it's first day on the job. Did you get it?
Okay, we're all gonna get it.
Simon, just right here,
I
sir.
understand. But
Simon is me.
Just to the left, sir.
Simon. Hold on, John. John, hold on. Thanks, John.
Got a smile on.
And
Guys,
Simon,
together.
Simon, just together right here on the left side. Same side. Right here.
Big smiles, guys.
And those smiles together right here, Simon, together.
and Simon and Maya, one little scooch down. And
Sorry, one more look back there. Smile.
you guys just turn your bodies.
Big smiles together. Thank you.
Gosh, I read the script so early on. It was pretty early, the start of COVID, and Tony actually reached out because he was a big fan of my Lakers basketball Twitter account, and he's a huge basketball fan. So he sent me the script, and I just fell in love with it immediately. And my character Mandy goes through like a pretty unbelievable journey in the film, and I can't spoil anything, but it ended up being very serendipitous because a couple months after I signed on to the film, I found out I was pregnant with my son. By the time we went to shoot the movie, I had a 6-month-old, and I was on set with him, and it was all very, very cathartic, to say the least. And now, every time I look at my son Ender, I think about how old this movie is. I mean, it was unbelievable. You know, it's like everybody is so unbelievably talented. I had so much to learn from everyone. It was my first film, my first time on a movie set in this way. I'd only played myself in things before, so I was really trying to surrender to the process and learn from people around me. Paul is an absolute, like, legend. He's unbelievable and the nicest guy. He had his son on set playing with mine every day. Obviously, I've known Sydney forever, so getting to do the film with her was kind of just like a long time coming, I think. Tony is unbelievable. He is such a visionary. He was running around on set, like fixing the sets, moving props. He had such a specific vision. He also ran an unbelievably calm set, a really calm environment. He was such a testament to like getting your ideas out and making your vision come to life, but being polite and keeping everything really enjoyable, I think. So he was like patient, really amazing.
It's always cool to, when you hear the cast that's attached, you want to be in the sandbox with like actors like Paul, Hauser, Sydney. It's just, the cast was amazing, the script was great, it's just had all the things. Tony Tost is a great writer. I got to become friends with him now. You just kind of go with your gut. I don't know, I read it, I loved it, heard who was in it, we did it. Roy is, I wouldn't say he's a con man, but he's definitely like a hustler, and he's a selfish, greedy person who's trying to make money off this artifact. And, in this sort of Western world, it's interesting because we didn't know, and we showed this in South by Southwest a couple of years ago, maybe more, and I didn't realize how funny it was until you have an audience of people having a good time, especially Texas people who get this movie, because it feels very much for most of America. It doesn't feel like a LA, New York kind of movie, it's more for America. And they loved it, and we're laughing, and all these places I didn't realize were funny, so that's always cool. Modern cowboys and Indians. Was that enough word? That was too many words. Well, for any movie, it's the collective experience that we lose by watching at home when you can pause it and look at your phone and all. It's like, I love going to the movies and like I went last night to see a movie, and it was surprisingly half full or half empty, depending how you look at life. And it was, people were collectively laughing and laughing with each other and laughing at the fact they're laughing. And when you're at home, you don't get to do that, maybe with one person. So I think the collective experience is important. I grew up, obviously, going to the movies before streaming.
Yeah, I'm excited. Lots of gratitude. A little bit of a nervousness. It's my first film as a director. I've been doing TV for a while, but a film that's kind of your own baby, and it's a little bit of your own heart and soul out on the screen. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, the inspiration. I love westerns. I love I love rural America as a storytelling place, and I kind of wanted to fuse small town America with the Western, and then kind of give a different spin on the Western. Kind of look at it from the present day. Still love the Western, but maybe like also highlight some characters that maybe in the 70s or 50s wouldn't necessarily get as much emphasis. And so yeah, so it's kind of the combo of that, like what's going on in rural America now, what I love about the Western, and see how they kind of speak to each other. I mean, I was pinching myself on set, still pinching myself now. I mean, I'm not a big name. There wasn't people lining up outside my door to be in my first movie. So we just kind of, myself and my producer Alex Sachs were just like, what actors excite us? Who do we think would be right? Who do we think might jump for a chance to play a character they don't normally play? I mean, I think that's how we got Sydney, her playing a shy small town waitress, getting Paul to play Lefty, who's this kind of lovelorn veteran, kind of a romantic figure in a weird way, with Halsey having her, play this. I mean, I think Halsey really identified with that character and brought a lot, but I wasn't even sure when I sent it to her if she was even interested in acting. I just had a feeling and that she'd be right for it. So yeah, so it was just kind of a series of really, just a lot of good luck lining up. Oddly touching, that's one word, modern Western. Also, I'm kind of cheating, but I'm kind of, compound words there. Yeah. Western, I mean, there's just something about being in theaters, being with other people in the dark and kind of sharing the same dream together with other people. There's not really anything quite like it. And I think also, like, when you're in a group setting, the emotions feel bigger. It feels a little funnier. Like this is like, I think it takes people a few minutes to realize like, oh wait, this is also kind of a funny movie. And I think you get that on that wavelength when you're with other people. And so like, yeah, there's just something about the communal group experience of a movie that I think is kind of precious, and that I think, it doesn't have to be a somber thing. It can be like, let's all have some beer, popcorn, and go see a weird Western together. I think that's also part of the theater going experience.